Hello everyone. Recently, one of my family members gave me Subnautica. I beat it last night. I think things could have been done a lot differently. I also think it could have been done in less time. One of the many issues that I ran into on my first playthrough was the guides out there. I tried to Google some guides to give me a sense of direction. I noticed the guides out there are old, poorly explained. They expect you to have a compass or some other crap. I am hoping to create a guide that will correct those mistakes. So let's get started with the life pod situation. I will start a new game after I'm done with all these recordings to confirm this, but let's just say I'm correct for now. The life pod spawns in different locations when you do a new game. If this is the case, then I am working from the location I call the engine pod, meaning that it's going to be diagonally behind the Aurora, which you can see towards the right. I'll post the coordinates in the description. So assuming we're working from here, you can go around in a circle for the base materials from this life pod. That will get you started. Then we can move on to the more advanced materials, which I will break it down over a couple of recordings. But for right now, I will point you to this obvious fog off to my left. I will not rotate my camera any further left to avoid spoilers. I want to try to minimize the amount of spoilers I'm giving you so there's room to explore. Now, that fog out there, that will be an area for rare metals. The most I'll say is that it's not going to be in the ocean. Okay, let's get to the next spot. So jumping down here, we're going to get into the Seamoth.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Which is something you will discover later on. So, in order to get to the next spot, you're going to look down here, and you'll see this long line of kelp just below the life pod. You want to go forward, seeing as you won't have this waypoint, FOB2. You're going to go forward, keeping the kelp on your right, making a small turn. Going forward, you'll see this piece of wreckage there, and even more of it over here. If you see this, you're going in the right direction. Keep going forward. You can go straight into this next set of kelp. And then you're going to look down, and you're going to see a giant hole. This giant hole is important for many reasons. One of them I will not tell you to avoid spoilers. I will tell you that there is also rare metals in there. This place serves as a great navigation point. If you're facing down the hole from the side that you just saw me come in from, you're going to point yourself to where the arc is on your left/center. You're going to point yourself forward to about where the reticle is. You'll notice it's just above the box, and you're going to go straight forward. And I hit a fish. Go figure. You'll notice all this red flora below you. Keep going straight until you hit this, I guess you can say, mountain or wall. Once you get right up to it, you're going to turn right slightly. You'll notice that there's this little crevice here that tells you you're on the right path. So you're going to keep going forward, following it along until you hit this major drop in the area. Once you see this, you will know that you are in the next spot for finding materials. Down there will be the rare plant materials, or at least the materials made from the plants are a little bit harder to come by. There will also be some of the rare metals in this area if you look hard enough. This area is referred to as the blood kelp, and you can notice that by hitting F1. If you hit F1, it gives you all this information, such as your coordinates and which biome you're in. So that's how I know I'm in the blood kelp region. Now, I recommend you make a base right here on the ledge, roughly, because you'll notice that this area is mostly flat behind me, where the thing is. And I'll talk about that in a recording later on to go in more details that will contain heavy spoilers. I want to avoid them in this recording, as I said. So, yeah, let's go ahead and hit the stop recording and move on to the next section.